How's it going? I'm Lance. I'm going to show you how to work your bullet here. So starting up front, you got your tongue jack. Basically, you got a little light right there. You probably can't really see it right now, but extend and retract is the buttons there. It does label it for you. If you lose power to this for whatever reason, this tab on the top will pop off, and then you'll be able to get your crank, which you have in one of your compartments, and it's a 3/4 inch socket to get you up and down if you lost power. And then right behind here, with your propane, they are both filled. You have about 5 gallons in each. When you're using them, they're either all the way open or all the way closed, so righty tighty, lefty loosey. In the center, you got the regulator. Right now, it'd be facing to this way, so you'd be drawing from this tank first. I recommend one open, one closed. That way you know you have backup. Right inside here, your deep cycle maintenance-free battery. Basically, when you're plugged into the vehicle or in a 30 amp, you will be charging this. If you are out in the sticks somewhere, your battery will work all the small stuff like your lights, water pump, simple things like that. And then if you notice, you do have a little 10 amp fuse right here. Basically, what that would be for is if you ended up using solar panel on this, just get a portable solar panel, it'll plug right in there. And basically, this fuse is what's going to power that. So if you're having issues with your solar panel, check that fuse. Heading this way. So on all 4 corners, you're going to have your electric jack. So you just hit that button and let it go. Notice how one usually goes down faster than the other. That is normal. One will hit the ground and now knows that the other one needs to follow. They'll both hit the ground and then snug up. And then you're good. If you lost power to those for whatever reason, that's what this crank is going to be for, because it has the weird little spacer in there. This is the crank to, if you lost your power on the electric tongue jack in the front, that'll be how you get it up and down. Since this is 30 amp, we give you a 30 to 110 adapter to do some driveway camping. So just plug your cord in here and then plug that into an outlet at home. This blue slinky hose is going to be for your spray port in the back, which I'll show you when we get back there. And then right inside here, this is going to be the access panel to your water pump. So this connection here, you'll pop off. So if you're doing your own winterizing, take this off. You'll need a 1/2 inch threaded valve connected to a feeding tube. Just an old garden hose will work. You'll plug it in there, dip it in your antifreeze, and then pump it through all your lines. Right here, this is how you fill the tank. You'll just stick in the hose, and basically when it's spitting water out right here, it's letting you know that it's filled. So go ahead and shut the water off. And in order to use that water, you will have to click the water pump on to pressurize. This is your city water connection. So basically, if you're at home or at a full hookup campsite, you can plug in the hose there, and that'll give you access to all the water lines without filling the actual tank itself. And I do recommend a water regulator on that. The inside's maxed out at about 65, so anything below that should be just fine. And then right down below, you have a blue water line hanging down with a white valve. Basically, you turn that the opposite way, and that is going to drain the fresh tank itself. Right here, you got your outdoor shower, hot and cold, simple as that. And all that's going to do is just kind of wrap up in there and then lock it in place. Right here, you got your fridge. You'll probably never have to get back here. I recommend leaving it on auto mode. So basically what that means is we're plugged in right here into the wall. So if you leave it on auto, it's going to automatically be going on electric. If someone came by and unplugged us for whatever reason, as long as propane is open up front, it'll automatically transfer to gas, which is a little burner right behind this metal sheet. Other than that, just try and keep it as clean as possible over time, once a year, and then go from there. Right below it, you have your furnace. Definitely be careful of what you keep in front of that, because it will melt through things. It's just blowing out hot air. You will have to twist and crank this. This is your power cord. That's how it'll do it every time. And then the silver portion is actually going to lock it in place. Throw it in the compartment or somewhere safe. And then right down below, you got your dump station. So just follow your stickers if you ever get confused. Pushing in to close will allow it to open. Black is going to be the nasty toilet water. Gray will be all the soapy water coming from the sink and shower. So black tank first, gray to rinse out your sewer hose. With your black tank, keep about 5 to 10 gallons of water directly in there along with some toilet chemicals. So go into the bathroom, flush some water down the toilet with the chemical, and you're good to go and start using it. In this back corner here, you got a little coax plug-in. So basically, if you're at a full hookup campsite, you can plug in whatever you have there, and that'll give you the channels throughout the inside. And then you do have another extender retract for your back jacks here. So it's just going to be the same as your front ones. And keep in mind, these are stabilizing jacks. Don't try and change a tire or anything like that. They're just keeping you from rocking like a boat on the inside when you're camping. And right in here, this will be where you store your sewer hose. Spare tire in the back. And water heater is both gas and electric. Priority one is getting water in the tank before you turn it on. Once you know water is in the tank, you can test it by either pulling it right here. If it's spitting water out, you know it's good to go ahead and turn it on because it's filled. If it's hissing at you like a cat, you know it's empty, so don't turn it on. So like I said, once you know you have water in here, it's just going to be a push of a button, whether it's for gas or electric, on the inside. And then this bottom corner, that is where you will drain the water heater. So that white plug is a 15/16 socket. So just have that on hand so you can open and close that. For that blue slinky hose, I know it's in a weird spot, but that is a quick disconnect. It's just going to be never-ending cold water. So if you got to wash your feet off or fill the dog bowl, whatever it is. Right here, you got the mini fridge. So basically this one is only going to work when you are plugged in to 30 amp. It won't run off the battery or anything. You do have a dial in here. If you don't want to go in, just turn it off. And notice how it's kind of flopping around. You do have travel straps on the side, which I'll get before. And obviously if you don't want it in here, take it out, throw it in the garage somewhere. For your outdoor stove here, in order to get gas going to it, you already have a gas line plugged into the bottom of the stove. So you just run this to the bottom and it'll plug in right here. So basically, right now it's unlocked. We got to put a gas line in. Is. So once you do that, you can turn the black valve the opposite way. It'll lock this in place and now give you gas flow from the front. And when you're done, pop it out, put your cap back on. And then in order to light it, it'll be the same as the inside one. Turn the dial to light, take your lighter to it, and you'll have your flame. Sure you lock that for travel and you're good to go. These will just be some outlets like at home. Notice your awning. It's not out, you don't run it out. Make sure your door's out of the way so the arms can go in and out as they should. Notice how the color's starting to change on the fabric. When it's fully extended, you'll see the white. You want to see the black when it's on the wall. And whenever your awning is fully extended, both arms will be the same. You can grab right here on the elbow, just pull down, it'll adjust the pitch. So if it's a light rainy day or the sun's in your eyes, you can adjust either or. Just before you bring in the awning, put these back to its original spot if you can. And then my suggestion to you is if you're not using the awning, roll it in. All it takes is one bad gust of wind to come through and ruin your day. Right this way, up top, you do have speakers controlled from the inside on the radio. And then, other than that, just another side of your pass-through for storage. And we can head on in now.